All right, Richard, obviously former Wimbledon champion, you're the tournament director of Rotterdam, and now you're also coaching Milos Raonic. How did it come about becoming Milos's coach?
Um, in December 2015 already, we worked a couple of days together in Monaco, and that felt good. Worked a little bit on his volley game coming in, and then he still went he went with Carlos, and they traveled with him, and then he and Carlos stopped, and then I got a call from his coach. So if I was interested, because Milos had a good feeling about how we worked those couple of days. And so we didn't have to test. And then, beginning of December, we agreed that I would start working with him. And Milos feels also that he's done very good this year. But there's a couple of guys in front of him, Djokovic and Murray, of course, that are so good from the back that maybe he has to come in a little bit more and to beat them. And I agree with him. So I hope I can help him with that.
Milos has referred to himself as the CEO of Milos Raonic's tennis, and he has employed a bunch of coaches and a real team around him. Ricardo Piatti has been the constant. How do you and Ricardo work together?
Now, in general, we normally do weeks separate, but now we've been a few days on the road together here already, and also in Abu Dhabi. And I think the big difference between us is that Ricardo is the constant, like you say. So he really takes care of the training. How, like in December, the 3-4 weeks, the off season, he really worked most of the time with him. I was there only for like 5-6 days. And also before matches, he talks maybe the broader picture, and I talk about strategy, what the player does, maybe a little bit things that Milos could do extra, what to expect on certain moments, also with what happens maybe certain moments the guy does under pressure. So at the moment it's good he does the bigger picture maybe, and I focus more on a few things, but in Key Biscayne I'm going to be, and now I'm also alone with him, so now I have to do both jobs basically.
So Richard, is the next step and maybe even the final step for Milos figuring out how to more effectively finish at the net?
Yes, but also feel comfortable at the net.
Yep.
You have to come in, you have to sometimes accept that the guy is going to pass you, and sometimes pass you maybe for a whole set and not like after 2 passes or things. So, and that you can only do that when you feel comfortable, when you know like, okay, this is the right strategy, I'm going to make the volleys eventually, or I'll make him. So that's important, and you have to also it's all about net instincts in a way. So when you come in, you stand, you take the right position, you anticipate how the guy is going to hit, not just guess, but like, okay, if I hit it there, then subconsciously you already know that he's going to try probably to hit an angle cross or maybe go further down the line. And the more you do it, the more you develop those net instincts, the more natural it's going to become, and then you want to go to there, and then what will happen? He's going to finish a lot of points at the net.
With the time that you spent with Milos thus far, what has most impressed you, or maybe most surprised you about him as a player, or on court or off court?
What impressed me most, I don't know if it surprised me because already, I know quite some people in tennis, so people talk, is his professionalism. I mean, just he is so dedicated. The way he starts already in the morning before practice, he takes like an hour, almost 45 minutes to warm up. I remember myself, it's the arm a little bit, and maybe one lap around the court, and
things have changed.
I feel good, That's, and also how well he listens in a way. So you tell him something, and sometimes even at the end of practice, like, okay, maybe tomorrow we do a little bit of this, and watch out for that. And then he comes out the next day, he does it. I'm like, oh, I just told you only, and it goes into the brain, and he's thinking. He's a very smart guy, and he's thinking, and he's like, okay, I'll implement it like that. So for me, the professionalism and the way he's a quick learner.
Good luck the rest of the way. Good luck with all your endeavors this year, the tournament director of Rotterdam as well.